Welcome to AI Frontiers. We're diving deep into AI's cutting edge. It's a wild world out there with breakthroughs happening faster than you can say algorithm. Today we're looking at some research straight out of Stanford, plus a healthcare company making waves with their AI, and of course we got to talk about the ethics of it all. You ready?
Always ready to explore. Where do we start?
Stanford. They've got this AI model. It's called Geo-Llama. And get this, it predicts human mobility trajectories, like where people are going to go with insane accuracy.
Wow. That's like some next level stuff.
Right. Imagine predicting not just based on someone's habits, but like factoring in real world stuff, traffic,
Yeah.
events, the whole shebang.
That's what's so cool here. It's not just, oh, this person goes to Starbucks every Tuesday. It's, hold on, there's a parade that day, so maybe they won't. Geo-Llama figures that out.
Exactly. Like, yeah, maybe someone hits the park every Sunday, but what if there's like a massive marathon happening? Geo-Llama can predict where they'll end up instead. Crazy accurate.
The implications are huge. Urban planning, for one.
Yeah.
Imagine solving traffic jams or like deliveries getting so much more efficient.
Logistics on point.
Absolutely. And think about public health. If we can predict how people move, we could anticipate disease spread way better.
Oh, wow, yeah. Okay, so from predicting where we're going to predicting how we're feeling, there's this paper, the title alone blew me away. GPT-4 emulates average human emotional cognition from a third-person perspective.
Whoa.
Is AI about to become our therapist or something?
Maybe not yet, but it's a big deal. GPT-4, the one we all know, it can now predict emotions, like as well as a human watching the same thing.
Wait, so if GPT-4 was watching a movie, it'd get the character's feelings just like we do?
Yep. Imagine that for customer service. A system sensing you're getting frustrated and adjusting how it talks to you.
Or a chatbot picking up on like signs of depression in what you're typing and offering help.
Exactly. The potential to do good is huge. You
Right.
got to be careful ethically, of course, but there's no denying that potential.
Right. Okay, enough research papers for now. Let's talk real-world stuff. There's this company, Qventus. They just got a massive $105 million for their AI healthcare solution.
Qventus is shaking things up. They're using AI to make healthcare way more efficient, streamlining everything. Think patient flow, appointments, beds, staff. It's like an air traffic controller for the whole hospital.
Whoa, keeping everything running smoothly so patients get the right care when they need it.
Perfect analogy. The benefits are massive. Less burden on staff, shorter wait times for patients, resources used way better.
And I'm guessing this saves hospitals a ton of money too.
Definitely. Qventus estimates millions in savings every year per hospital. It's a win for everyone, really. Hospitals save money, staff can focus on patients, and patients get better care.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
It's just one example of how AI is changing the game in healthcare. What other cool applications are you seeing?
All over the place. Remember DeepMind's AlphaGeometry? The one for solving those crazy geometry problems? Well, now they're using it for environmental modeling, think climate change predictions.
No way. Yeah, it's like AI has this universal toolkit adaptable to any problem.
It really does. And then you've got companies like GenoAI using AI to personalize medicine, like tailoring drug prescriptions based on your genes. They're seeing success with personalized cancer treatments. It's exciting stuff.
Wow, AI is everywhere. So speaking of AI skills, did you hear about AlphaGeometry again? Google DeepMind combined it with AlphaProof, and now it solves something like 83% of all historical international math Olympiad geometry problems.
Crazy, right? It just shows how far AI's come in logical reasoning. These problems are super tough, and AI is just crushing them.
I know. It's like watching someone do crazy calculus in their head, effortless. The potential here is mind-blowing.
Totally. This kind of problem solving could revolutionize so many things. Science, engineering, finance. It's like we're on the verge of a new technological revolution, and AI is at the heart of it.
And this is all happening before we even get to quantum computing. I was reading about how that could take AI to like a whole other level.
Oh yeah, quantum computing could be massive for AI. The potential boost to computational power is insane. We could be seeing a quantum leap in AI capabilities. For real.
Okay, so we've seen the amazing things AI can do. But like with any powerful tech, there are ethical questions, right?
Absolutely. One big one is transparency and accountability, especially with all the controversy around AI-generated content lately.
Right. Deepfakes and all that. What's being done about that?
Well, the EU is actually looking at their AI Act, talking about amending it to focus more on transparency and accountability, making sure we understand how AI is making decisions, and that there are ways to hold it accountable if things go wrong.
Because honestly, unchecked AI development. That's kind of scary. Imagine algorithms being biased and discriminating, or AI-generated fake news messing with elections.
Exactly. That's why we need ethical guidelines and human oversight. Can't just let AI run wild. Dr. Maria Fernandez from the AI Ethics Institute, she's been a big voice on this, and I think she's right.
Definitely. This leads to the bigger conversation about AI's role in society, right? Like,
Yeah.
should AI be allowed to create art for competitions and stuff? I've seen some heated debates online about that.
Oh yeah, the whole hashtag AI art integrity thing, it's a big question. It's about originality, ownership, AI disrupting the art world. Is AI art really art? Who owns the copyright? We got to figure this out.
It really makes you think, do you think AI art deserves recognition? Are you excited or worried about AI in creative fields? It's something for all of us to think about as AI becomes more and more a part of our world.
Yeah, it's a lot to consider. It's hard to say exactly where AI will go, but the possibilities are exciting and, yeah, a little scary too.
For sure. But thinking about these things now is important, right?
Yeah,
Helps
so
us steer AI in the right direction so it benefits everyone. So let's shift gears a bit. I want to dive into some technical trends in AI. One that really blew my mind was the progress in, like, AI's mathematical and logical reasoning.
Oh yeah, those breakthroughs with Google DeepMind's AlphaGeometry 2 plus AlphaProof. Truly remarkable. They're solving International Math Olympiad geometry problems, like a crazy high percentage of them, something like 83%.
I know, right? When I read that, I was floored. The Math Olympiad is serious stuff. Those problems are insanely tough, and AI is outperforming so many human math geniuses.
It shows you just how much AI's logical reasoning and problem-solving abilities have grown, and the potential applications. It's mind-blowing.
Totally. Imagine the impact on scientific research, engineering, finance. We could solve problems faster, optimize systems better, make predictions more accurately than ever before.
Exactly. Think about scientific research. AI could analyze those massive data sets, find patterns we miss, even come up with new hypotheses way faster than humans. That could lead to breakthroughs in, like, everything from new drugs to space exploration.
And in engineering, whoa, AI could design stronger, more efficient structures,
Yeah.
optimize manufacturing, maybe even like super advanced self-driving cars.
Absolutely. And in finance, AI is already making waves there, but with these advanced reasoning skills, we could see even more sophisticated algorithms for trading, better risk management, maybe even financial services that are hyper-personalized.
It's crazy to think about all the potential. We're on the edge of something huge here, and AI is leading the charge.
It really feels that way. And this is just the beginning. As AI keeps evolving, who knows what amazing applications we'll see across every part of our lives.
Exhilarating and a little bit daunting, right? And speaking of daunting, we can't ignore the big question mark hanging over all this. AI ethics, all this power, all this potential. But there's also the potential for things to go wrong.
No doubt about it. Ethics has to be front and center as we develop and use AI. We've got to make sure it's used for good and that we protect against any unintended consequences.
One big concern is AI bias, right? If the data it learns from is biased, AI could just make those biases worse, leading to unfair outcomes.
Absolutely. It's a very real problem. We've already seen examples of AI bias in, like, law enforcement and loan applications, algorithms discriminating against certain groups. That's why we need to use diverse data to train AI and build ways to detect and fix those biases. Fairness is key.
And then there's the potential for AI to be used for bad stuff, right? Like autonomous weapons or spreading fake news.
Those are definitely worries. We need safeguards, like international rules and regulations for how AI is used. Plus, AI developers and researchers need to be super responsible. It's not just about the tech, it's about the people behind it.
Yeah, that's why these conversations we're having are so important. Raising awareness about the ethical side of AI. Figuring out together how to make sure it's developed and used responsibly.
I totally agree. The future of AI isn't just about the tech, it's about making the right choices. Choices that shape our world in a good way.
And that brings us back to transparency and accountability. If we want people to trust AI, we got to understand how it's making decisions, and there have to be consequences if things go wrong.
Transparency is key. We need to know what data AI is trained on, how the algorithms work, what factors it's considering when it makes decisions. Without that, we can't spot bias or hold AI accountable for its actions.
And holding it accountable is important. If AI causes harm or things go wrong, there need to be mechanisms in place,
Right.
right? Whether it's fines, lawsuits, or stricter rules, we need to be able to hold those developing and using AI responsible.
Bottom line, we can't just unleash AI without any guardrails. It's about making sure AI is used for the right reasons and protecting against any negative consequences. That requires everyone to work together: governments, industry, researchers, and the public. We all shape the future of AI.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot of heavy stuff, but before we finish up, I got to bring up one of the most exciting and potentially game-changing aspects of AI, quantum computing.
Oh, yeah. Quantum computing and AI, they're like the ultimate power couple.
Uh-huh, totally. But for those who might not know, could you break down quantum computing for us? What is it, and why is it such a big deal for AI?
Sure. Simply put, quantum computing is a totally different way of computing. It uses the principles of quantum mechanics to do calculations that are, like, way beyond what our regular computers can handle.
So we're talking about a whole new level of computational power.
Exactly. And when you combine that power with AI algorithms, the possibilities are just incredible.
Like what specifically? Give us some examples of how quantum computing could revolutionize AI.
Well, machine learning is one area where it could have a huge impact. Right now, machine learning algorithms are kind of limited by the computing power we have. But with quantum computing, we could train AI models on way more data, way faster, leading to much more powerful and accurate models.
So AI that learns and adapts at warp speed.
Exactly. And that could lead to breakthroughs in things like image recognition, natural language processing, even drug discovery.
How about a concrete example? Say, in drug discovery, how would quantum computing and AI work together?
Okay, so one of the biggest challenges in drug discovery is simulating how molecules behave, right, to find potential new drugs. These simulations are super complex and they take forever to run on our current computers. But with quantum computing, we could potentially simulate those molecules way faster and get much more accurate results that could lead to us finding new, more effective drugs.
That's amazing. And that's just one example. What other areas do you see this dynamic duo making waves in?
Oh, beyond machine learning, quantum computing could be huge in optimization, cryptography, and materials science.
Break those down for us. What kind of exciting possibilities are we talking about?
Okay, so in optimization, think about solving super complicated problems with tons of variables and constraints. Quantum computing could handle that. This could be used in things like logistics, figuring out the best delivery routes, finance, optimizing investment portfolios, even urban planning, designing better cities.
So we're talking about optimizing everything.
Pretty much. And then there's cryptography. Quantum computing could actually break the encryption we use today, which means we'd need new, more secure ways to protect our data. That's huge, especially with cybersecurity becoming more and more important every day.
Wow, that raises some serious questions about data, privacy, and security in the future.
Definitely something to think about. And finally, materials science. Imagine using quantum computing to simulate how materials behave at the atomic level. We could design new materials with crazy properties. Think about the impact on everything from electronics to renewable energy to healthcare.
It's mind-blowing to consider all the possibilities.
Yeah.
It really feels like quantum computing and AI have the power to change the world as we know it.
They do. And it's an incredibly exciting time to be in this field. We're only just beginning to explore what's possible, and who knows what amazing things we'll discover in the years to come.
Yeah, it's a wild ride for sure. So much potential, but we got to be careful, right? Like we were saying before, with all this power comes a lot of responsibility.
Absolutely. It's incredible what AI can do, but we got to make sure it's used for good, and that we're thinking about the potential downsides, trying to prevent any nasty surprises down the line.
Exactly. It's not just about the cool stuff, it's about using it ethically. And that brings us back to those key points we've been talking about. Transparency, accountability, addressing bias in AI systems. Those aren't just like fancy words. They're super important if we want to develop AI responsibly.
Totally agree. Transparency is huge if we want people to trust AI. We got to be able to see how these systems are making decisions. What data are they using? It's about understanding the why behind the what.
And accountability is just as important. If something goes wrong, if AI causes harm, there have to be consequences, right? We need ways to hold those developing and using AI responsible, whether it's fines, lawsuits, stricter regulations, whatever it takes. We can't just let things slide if AI messes up.
Yeah, no free passes for AI just because it's like super smart. And of course, we can't forget about bias. We have to be super careful to train AI on data that's diverse, that represents everyone. And we need ways to spot and fix any bias that sneaks in. It's about fairness, making sure AI benefits everyone, not just a select few.
It's a lot to think about,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
But these are things we have to figure out, right? We want AI to be a force for good in the world.
Absolutely. It's not going to be easy, but it's essential. The future of AI isn't just about the tech itself. It's about the choices we make. We have the power to shape this technology, to use it to build a better world for everyone.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
It's a team effort, too. Governments, industry, researchers, the public, we all have to work together on this.
Yeah, we all have a part to play. It's a global conversation we need to have. Sharing ideas, working together, making sure AI benefits all of humanity. That's the goal.
Well said. Well, folks, I think that brings us to the end of our AI Frontiers deep dive for today. We've covered a lot, from groundbreaking research to mind-blowing applications. And of course, we talked about the ethical side of it all, which is so important to remember as we move forward with this powerful tech.
It's been a fantastic journey exploring all these ideas with you. Hopefully it's sparked some curiosity and given you a better understanding of the amazing, ever-changing world of AI.
And to all our listeners out there, remember, the future of AI is not set in stone. It's something we're creating right now with every decision we make. So stay informed, stay engaged, and keep those critical questions coming. And if you want to keep up with the latest AI news and discussions, follow @AI for the People on social media.
And most importantly, never stop learning and exploring. The possibilities with AI are truly endless, and the choices we make today will determine the world we live in tomorrow.
So until next time, keep exploring those AI frontiers.